Hi, I'm Paul Perdue, and I am the Infrastructure Nerd. And today we're going to talk about integrated accounting. People ask me, what does integrated accounting mean? Very commonly I have people come to me and they're using, let's say, tabs 3 for billing and QuickBooks for accounting. And that is not integrated accounting. And the reason is they are not designed to work together, and therefore, when you write a check in QuickBooks, it needs to be entered into the billing system if it's something to be billed to the client, like a court cost or a filing fee. And when you log a payment in the billing system, it needs to also be logged in the accounting system in order to show up in the bank account and show up on a deposit. That's not integrated accounting. So very simply, integrated accounting is something that ties those two functions together so that when you do one, the other side of it is automatically done for you at the same time. Let's take a look at how that works. I am in the accounts payable system from Software Technology, which hooks into tabs. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to write a check for a filing fee, and I'm going to write it to the clerk of the district court with today's date. My demo system for this particular software package thinks today is 11/15/11, and I'm going to write it for $100, and let's say it's a filing fee for Michael Larson, as it says here. Normally you would type whoever that is. This is your memo line for the check. And when I click tab enough times to get through this screen, it automatically takes me over to the general ledger side and says, hey, this is where we're going to put it in general ledger. Now that's one part. That's the first part of the integration. We're writing a check in this particular application from Software Technology. We're writing a check in accounts payable, and it needs to be put over in the general ledger into a certain account. And this is the account that in my sample firm here we've decided that these sorts of court costs go into. But here's the kicker. When I save this, it says, okay, who do we bill this to? And I'm going to say Michael Larson and today's date, and I'm going to press F2 to automatically apply the remaining amount from this check that we've written. And I'm going to use a transaction code of FF for filing fee, and there we have it. The one single group of transactions has put this into the accounts payable system where we'll print a check, put it into the general ledger system for the purposes of accounting for that transaction, and put it onto the client's bill. We don't have a situation where we're over here in QuickBooks and we are going to write the check and then we have to remember to go into the billing system to bill for it. It's all done. There is no list of things we still need to bill for. There is no bottleneck, there is no backlog, there is no synchronization later on. It's done. Before we can even print that check out, we have done everything. Now the flip side of that, integration-wise, and we're using tabs 3 as an example, any accounting and billing system that has integrated accounting is going to do it the same way, is the payment. Now Michael Larson sends us a check for $1,100, and of course the billing system knows that that check represents $100 to reimburse the firm for this court cost, this filing fee that was advanced, and $1,000 worth of time. Now perhaps the system even knows, tabs 3 certainly would, that $500 worth of that time that's being paid for now was for a certain attorney, Bob Jensen, and the other $500 was for another attorney. Now, what's missing in a non-integrated system is that when we come to the billing system and make that payment for $1,100, you then need to go over to QuickBooks and also reflect that $1,100 payment so that you can create a deposit. In a truly integrated system, and I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. We are done writing that check, and I'm going to go in here and I'm going to make a payment, I think, for Mr. Larson. Let's see if he owes us any money. Yeah, he owes us. No, he doesn't. Let's find somebody who does. There we go, this John Williams. When we make a payment in an integrated accounting system, let's say with today's date and a regular payment, and no matter what the amount of the payment is, here it says he owes 1015.25. The billing system knows how that breaks down. And when I'm not going to enter a check number, so that's okay. When we then go over to the general ledger system and go to create a deposit slip, one of the receipts that we're able to create a deposit slip for is this 10/15/25. So here we have a situation where the payment's been made in the billing system, and immediately, without the user even knowing it, that payment is transferred over to the general ledger system. Now, it's not just transferred over here so that we can show it up on a deposit slip, but it's also transferred in such a way that the general ledger system knows that, in my other example of $1,100, that $100 was an advance, $500 was time for one attorney, and $500 represented time for another attorney. So you could then show an income statement that now represents this $1,000 in fee income coming in, broken down by attorney, if that's the way you want to show it. And you could, of course, in your balance sheet, probably show this reduction of the cost advance that are outstanding because he paid that $100 back. That's true integrated accounting from both perspectives. One where we write the check and it allows us to bill the client that's responsible for that check being written, if there is one, and the second where the client then pays us and everything goes back to general ledger. You don't get that when you're using QuickBooks and PC Law, or QuickBooks and Tabs 3, QuickBooks and anything. There is not that level of integration. But if you're using PC Law or Tabs or any of the billing systems that have integrated accounting, and you're also using their integrated accounting functionality, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get something that happens immediately and seamlessly, and if it's set up right, effortlessly, so that you don't have to jump through a whole bunch of hoops to get things to balance out. Thanks much. If you need any help with that, give me a call.